Recession. What does it mean when a country goes into recession? How long do they last? Is there telltale signs? And most importantly, what can you do? What can I do as average South Africans to protect ourselves, the impact that a recession has on the household? Next to me, as always, Anna Marie Meyer.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show, and let's get into this very, very, very serious topic. I'm going to start off with saying that a recession is considered an unavoidable part of an economy. It's not avoidable. A country, even a business goes into some sort of a recession during its life cycle. Now, normally, historically speaking, every 10 years or so, there's a recession, there's a reset, and there's a calibration in the market. Okay. Now, I'm going to go back into history and say that between 1854 and 2022, okay, the average recession lasted 17 months. There has been instances when it was just a couple of weeks and, longer than 17 months, but average 17 months.
It's a long time for a normal household.
Yes.
To live with that.
When I get into more data, the chance of us moving into a recession this year is 45%, which is 10% more than November last year. Okay. KPMG interviewed more than 1,300 CEOs worldwide and found that 86% expected an international recession, which would see the GDP shrink. So we've quoted this fact on a couple of episodes already, but America, the United States, biggest economy in the world, has printed 40% of all their physical money in the last 36 months without having 40% more gold, diamonds, natural resources.
And we've got it.
We've got it. But that puts, you must remember one thing, import, export, they are influencing the world market in one or other way, even the Chinese market. So at one or other stage, it will affect us and it will put us into a recession. What are we, as South Africans, what is our economy contributing towards a recession? I'm going to start off with the fact that we don't have power.
Okay, but it's for all the businesses. So it's so easy to say load shedding, and we've been carrying on about this problem for so long now. But in a couple of months, it's just going to be worse because we've got plants not working. But not only that, and we've mentioned this before, banks going to have a problem, business are getting downhill, and this is all causing our country to run into recession.
I'm going to give you some data. So Unit 1 at the Koeberg nuclear power plant, as it stands today,
currently offline.
Is offline and is one of South Africa's most reliable that we have. Number 2 will be expected to go offline by October. And that will mean a 1,000 megawatt power loss in South Africa. And this is because we've lost permission to import nuclear fuel from America.
So we're going to hit stage 6 non-stop.
Non-stop. So how did we lose permission to import it? Has anybody done an investigation? Potentially this is a great video for us to go and shoot, in the upcoming weeks. So that means stage 6, I think, is best case scenario.
It's not our fault. Someone is not doing their work.
Yeah. So loss of profit due to flooding. We've had a flooding, but that was
millions.
It was billions.
The impact that we had on that, and it was declared as a national disaster.
Yes.
So again, a loss of money, a loss of income, households.
We've got an increase in traveling costs because...
But that's also about load shedding.
100%.
Going back. Increase on fuel, more time in the traffic, vehicle high on fuel consumption.
What does that do to food costs?
Increase. It's going to increase. And unfortunately, it's just this bad circle we're running into.
Okay.
And that is going to result into the fourth point, where we're going to end up with job losses because people can't get to their jobs in time. And I know we're very strict about it and we became more lenient, but it's affecting the whole company. I can just imagine with any other place, because we're not the only company out there struggling with that position, but it's going to result in job losses.
So what is the solution? I think we've come up with a couple of options that are of significant value.
Previously, we said solar.
Yes,
But
solar.
it's costly.
So how does big business, how does the financial umbrella in the country go and invest in ways that make solar cheaper?
But they discussed it years ago, Bobby. Years, but many years ago. They discussed it where you could actually apply for a bit of a grant. And what happened? Now, suddenly, if you want to do solar, oh, sorry, you're going to get taxed. So what happened in that interim? And someone is responsible for it. I don't know who, you don't know who. And I think it's a question that we need to ask. But solar is the only way out of this, because there's enough space for us to do that.
100%. We just need to figure the financial
cost.
part out. Okay, then I'm going to go into build cash reserves. Now, we are in an industry that, I mean, I see it not weekly, not daily, I see it hourly. People come in and they say, I got a promotion, immediately I need to trade in my vehicle and upgrade. Okay, so you know, at what stage of your life are you? People earning 30, 40, 50,000 rand say, you know, they are middle class people, and you know, they're not in survival stage yet. They went and budgeted flatline. At the end of the month, they've got no money. Some earning net income 50, 60,000 rand. They are living hand to mouth. And that's the problem. You are not building any cash reserves. People don't have savings. So when the recession comes, lots of companies cut their income 30, 40%.
Oh, yes.
Now cars are getting repossessed. Now homes are getting repossessed. Now all of a sudden we can't pay our school fees. Why? Because we're driving very big fancy cars and living above our means, rather than saying, listen, I'm going to live a frugal lifestyle, because we know this happens. The economy turns.
People is going to end up needing to find a second stream of income.
100%.
And we don't believe in that, because that influence your current position. But that is the ultimate where it's going to end up. You're going to have to find something else to feed your income.
Yes, and that's mainly caused by people living above their means, and not saving money for a rainy day.
Definitely.
Very little savings. There is a decline in American households. It was $2.2 trillion in savings to $1.2 trillion in savings over the last 12 months. So it's not only us.
No, it's everyone. It's like,
I think
recession is not a South African thing.
No.
This is a worldwide thing.
Yeah. So, but I mean, just to process that, everybody's like, okay, that's still a lot of money. But the person that had 100,000 rand in their savings account now is 50.
It's
Okay.
half.
It's half. Now, all of a sudden, because the recession came, you don't have any more money. It's only the 50. Now 30% cut on your salary. That's what companies are saying.
That
That's
money
what we
is
can
not going to
afford.
last you a month.
It's not.
It's not going to last you a month.
Okay. Focus on essential products or services. During a recession, people tend to cut on
Luxuries.
But is it too late? Do you need this or do you want this? So what are you focusing on? Especially when there are telltale signs we are about to head into one. I believe we're already in one.
No, but the want you need to drop long before realizing that we're there.
Be flexible, be willing to adapt to change market conditions, and open to new opportunities as they arise. You have to be flexible. Number 6, be smart with finance. Be mindful of your credit cards.
Do not use your credit card, especially now. Get it paid up.
And a lot of people, this number 7 is my favorite one. Be proactive. So a lot of people wait for that train to hit them in the head before they wake up. Oh, I need to do something. You need to see around the corner, especially if you're running a household. If you've got children, if you've got a partner, if you've got employees, you need to see this coming. You need to open your eyes and see this coming and be proactive. We're going to cut a little bit here. We're going to spend a little bit less here. This is more a want than need. Cut down it a little bit. Make sure that we've got enough cash in the account. Okay, we can weather the storm because it turns.
The simplest way to explain it is basically just to say, you weigh one's salary. So if you get your letter to say that we're going to reduce salaries or commission or whichever way, you've only got 30 days. But in that 30 days, you're not going to earn a salary for backup. You can't in 30 days suddenly get a reduction on your bond or your car payment because that is a contract that you've signed.
Non-negotiable.
So proactive means you've got to do it now to plan for over 6 months. You can't wait 6 months and then get the news and then you've got 30 days. 30 days are not enough to start planning. Plan now.
100%. And I'm going to leave you with this. In my almost 20 years experience as an entrepreneur, I've gone through 3 recessions. The first one was when our business was very, very young. There wasn't a lot of effect on our company because we were a startup just starting. So, our foot flat on the petrol, very few employees. I could manage costs, to the cent. The second one that we went through was a little bit different. The company had already grown, and I kept preaching this. You don't need to take part in the recession. The recession is here. It's not going away. You can choose whether you take part in it or not. And how do you do that? You control what you can control. You can't control the interest rates.
I agree.
I can't go and phone a friend and say, listen, buddy, I don't agree with 0.75. I agree with 0.25.
No,
I don't have that telephone number. But I can control. When a customer walks in, I greet him with a smile, and I serve that customer to the best of my ability, because that's how my income grows. That's how, as a salesperson,
the customer gets the best deal
100%.
Because we know what's going on.
100%. So, it's not all doom and gloom. If you can control what you can control to the best of your ability, remember, everybody's weathering the storm. Some have yachts, some have canoes, some have big boats, small. If you are on top of your own game, after this recession, the skilled sailors will still be floating. Definitely. And some of them, unfortunately, would have gone down. But it's not all doom and gloom. Control what you can, make sure you give it your best, and let's weather the storm together. If you like this content and you agree with us, give us a like as well as a comment, and
please subscribe to our channel and ring the bell.
Thank you very much. Take care and have a good day. Bye-bye.